Hi, Liam. Hey, holy moly, I think it's working now. Oh my goodness.
We are rolling.
Okay. Wow. I don't know, it looks like Twitch was misbehaving there, but I think now we are live. Alright, I just thought I'd hop on just for a short while. I could come back a little later tonight, but I wanted to get some Kerbal Space Program going. The new version has just been released and it's in beta 1.1. 1.1 sports a whole bunch of updates to the game, mostly improvements in the back end. So now some of the big stuff, or the big ships that you used to build that were extremely slow and brought things down to a halt, run now smooth, nice and smooth. So very pleased to see it even runs my old saved game here, which I am loading up right now. So for those of you who have seen this before, you'll notice a few differences right away. We've got these shortcut icons here that goes to a lot of the buildings, which will give us quick and easy access to them. And you'll have the KSpedia, which I won't be messing around with. I've played the game long enough that I think I know what's going on. But the big thing that I think I want to discover, I'm not using any mods, but I want to see some of my bigger stations and bigger ships and see how they perform with the new system. So I got a whole bunch of ships on the go. Let's find my, there it is, Minmus Refinery. Alright, let's go to the sucker. Now this used to crawl at I don't know what it was, maybe 6 frames per second. But now with the new engine that they're running here in Kerbal Space Program, it runs pretty slick. So let's take a look at that. Still takes a few seconds to load, but such is life. And look at this beauty of a station here. Oh, I love the station. It chugs a wee bit still, but I can move around here pretty easily without too much hassle. Man, just zooming in and out was a real pain before. So this is very cool, very excited, because one of my biggest downers I found about playing this game is once you started to build something of half decent size, it really got slow. And I probably even overbuilt, I've over-engineered this. Whoa, what's happening there? Bit of a physics issue there with extractors. But this puppy is now churning out at, I think, 100%. Let me change that. It seems to have trouble with some of the graphics settings. They're still, they're a bit fuzzy. I put it down the scale of the UI. Let me just change it back to 100. Seems a little big now, but at least we'll be able to read things better. Cool! So here we at. Oh man, churning out some liquid fuel as if there was no tomorrow. Alright, fixed a bit of the wobbliness in the physics engine. So here we go. Look at that. Oh, this is sweet. So we got all of our extractors pumping away at 100%. 100% efficiency with coolers and all that. So for anyone that's new to the game, what I'm going to do, I'll probably start a brand new career, and we can walk through some of the, how do you get to build something like this? Okay, that is very concerning. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? It's like jumping. That's got to be a bug of some sort, which I don't like to see, of course. Whoa! Look at that! What is it doing? My whole freaking station is like lifting off the ground. What is going on? Is that a bug? Yeah, look at that. Wow. I don't even know how to really reproduce that. Well, I got it here on video. Maybe I'll be able to send that to the devs. I don't know what caused that. I'm not. Is it lifting again? It busted my wheels. Oh, you bugger! All these wheels are busted now. I should be able to repair those. I think I gotta. Oh man, look at this. It keeps just doing weird stuff. That is very bizarre. Okay, that's a bit of a concern. The game is not released yet, so any bugs we see, of course, hopefully will be fixed by the time this gets done. Yeah, look at that. Some damage on the wheels. Alright, let's also go look at... I have a flight that went all the way to Duna. My Duna Explorer. It was a mothership that I built. A lot of fun building that. Very proud of it. But that ship kind of brought the old system to its knees. Very slow. Alright, my Duna Explorer Mach 3. Mach 3 is my third version at making a decent ship. Now the purpose of this ship was to pretty much get everything to Duna, all the crew, and all the equipment that I needed in order to make a base up here on the moon of Ike. And there she is. And look at that. It's just smooth as butter. Oh, that is so good. So good. Docking here now should be a problem. Trying to dock when it was chugging away at like 6 frames per second was a huge chore. Okay. Very excited. So anyone that is new, who's probably anyone who's currently on my channel, who have used to be playing Path of Exile, I've played this game before. It is a great game. Anyone who loves just their own sandbox where you can pretty much do whatever you want, this is your game. I mean, look at the solar system. You can travel to any one of these planets. Some of them have moons, some of them have atmospheres, which of course affect the flight of your ships in different ways. So you got to take all that in consideration when you plan a mission from your little home planet of Kerbal, which is way over here, or of Kerbin, I should say. Focus view. Kerbin is pretty much very much like Earth. It's got its own moon called the Mun, and it's got 2 moons actually. One is called Minmus, and you build your spaceships and travel out into space. So it's got a full-fledged simulation of aerodynamics, of different kinds of flight. So let's go take a look at one of my favorite ships I love to fly here in the atmosphere. During career mode, you want to be collecting science, so you can unlock greater things on the tech tree. And one of the ships I used to do that with. I mean, in this particular save, I have maxed out everything, and I've even turned on some of the stock parts, which you see here. These stock parts they come with the game, and you can open them up just to see examples of what you can build. But here's one of my own creations here. Is the science plane Mach 3. I use this pretty much for going anywhere, well, almost anywhere on the planet. It doesn't have quite enough fuel to get wherever I need to, but it can move very quick, and it's extremely sturdy. So you see these reinforcing struts here keeping the plane together during high turns. And because it's got such a wide wingspan, it's extremely not aerodynamic, but it flies well and it lands well if you have to land somewhere to complete a mission anywhere on the planet. Lots and lots of fun. So let's just take this guy for a spin to show you what I mean, and just to show some of the things you can do in this game. And you build that right from scratch. It's just something that one of the things you can do in the game. So you got to understand, center of lift. You got to understand center of mass. You have to understand where your thrust is coming from. So you look at a design like what I got here. You notice even during takeoff, there's a slight slant upwards. So I made sure my front gear was a little bit lower than the rear gears, just so you have a little bit of assistance during takeoff. Fire off the engines, take off the brakes. Three big engines on her, and take off. Alright, so in this puppy we can do full-on hard banks at incredibly high speeds. So let's head to these mountains over here. I love flying through these mountains. Check, just keep an eye on our speed here. We're currently at what, 250 meters per second. Passing the sound barrier. You can see our ship now is starting to get some G-forces on it. Keep an eye on the G-meter too. When I do a turn, you can see it gets pretty insane. Yeah, look at that, 10 G's there on a slight turn. So you can tell we're really starting to move here. If you start getting too fast, you actually generate heat on your hull, and that heat can eventually destroy your ship. Oh, look at that, all the way up to 15 G's, and the ship stays together just fine. You notice it starts to shake there when you get really fast. That's because I got autopilot on here. The autopilot sometimes has trouble adjusting things at extremely high velocity. So we can almost hit 1 kilometer per second in this sucker, and we get these mountains in almost no time. Yeehaw! The ship is also pretty good at even landing in tight spots because it's got such a wide wingspan. Oops. Take a look at our fuel consumption there. Lots of fuel still. Alright, we're getting a little close to these mountains. Let's throttle back. Alright. $15 G's, look at the speed just dropping. Holy moly. Alright, we'll put the throttle up a bit more again so we don't die too much. We don't want to stall, although we're still going pretty fast. I think we have no concerns about stalling here. Alright, where do you guys want to land? Let's see if we can find a place to land up here in the mountains. It's always a bit of a tricky maneuver. Here, let's see if we can go through this first. Whoa! Alright. Han Solo style! Never tell me the odds. Ooh. Whoa. Oh yeah. Sweet! Alright, we'll go right over this ridge here. See if we can land here, maybe get a little science on the go. Alright, whoa, we're going fast. Whoa, Nelly, let's drop the landing gear. And I think we can get... Oh, there's a bit of an open spot. Okay, it's a bit hilly, so we're going to have to probably drop our speed a lot. Let's do a kind of a few side maneuvers here to bleed off some of our speed. Alright, 140. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, here we go. Okay, 125 meters per second. Now these trees are just here for show. You can actually clip them and you'll just travel right through them. So you can almost ignore where they are. They're just there for aesthetics. Alright, maybe get ready to put our brakes on. Oh! Oh! Brakes off! Oh no! Shoot! Alright, that was a failed landing. Oh! Oh, loser! Let's ignore that one. But that's Kerbal Space Program in a nutshell. So you can build your own ships. Let's do a quick example of building your own rocket. So you can go on your runway and build something there. Let's exit this and go back to our Space Center. And let's go into the vehicle assembly building. And let's see what you can build here. So this goes on to the launch pad. Anything you build from the vehicle assembly building goes to the launch pad. Anything you build from the spaceplane hangar goes to the runway. So you got your runway takeoff versus vertical takeoff. Your typical rocket, right? All right, let's see. I should have something in here we could just take a look at. Oh, looks like I can't. Oh yeah, open. Open. Let's open something I already have. Oh, we can actually see how my that thing's big. That thing's big. Let's take a look. Let's see how this one handles. Okay, this is the Duna Explorer that I actually use to go to Duna. So this is like another planet in the Kerbal solar system. And there she is. She's one heck of a ship. And oh man, it runs nice. And I've got tons of parts on this thing. So you can see I put some cones up there just to get some more aerodynamics off this thing. Not sure how well they're gonna. That's cool. So I got a whole bunch of modules in here. You see these? Each one of these is a little separate vehicle on each of these launching platforms here. So these are docking clamps, and once you get up into space, you can undock this unit, and then it flies independently. But of course, these units are only meant to travel on the surface. They don't have any rockets on them. They only have electrical motors for the wheels. So I've got another just kind of stuffed in here. It's a little bit difficult to see. It's called my landing module, so I can actually take this off, latch it onto one of the other units here by these top docking nodes, and lift it and take it onto the surface of the planet and land it. So that is like the end goal. For me, that's what it was anyway, with going through career mode, because you pretty much start off with nothing. But let's see how see if this sucker can launch. It was a hell of a time launching this thing because it's terribly not aerodynamic, but my goal was to get that thing to Duna in one launch, in one vehicle, kind of like a big mothership. And this is kind of what I came up with. It was tough, but I did it. And I did it on the old Kerbal Space Program when the frames per second were really, really bad when you had a ship of this size. Let's see how it flies with Kerbal Space Program 1.1. There she is in all her glory. Alright. Let's see, can I turn on the auto guy? Do I actually have someone on board? I should probably check that, eh? Let's just fly. The hell. It's a little bit slow still. Yeah, it's still a little slow. But what do you expect when you got a rocket of this size? How many Saturn V's would that be? Now the trick with this guy was to actually not go too fast, because you get too many aerodynamic forces on the ship, and she starts to like topple over. So I'm going to throttle back when I hit about Mach 1. We'll see if we can get this sucker in the orbit. So what I'll do, maybe, this is my old save of a career mode. Maybe I'll try a new career mode just for the fun of it. It'd be nice to kind of start from scratch again. It's too bad it's still pretty slow though. Once I ditch a lot of the engines, it may pick up once we run out of fuel. First stage is almost out. And all we want to do is go straight up. We don't want to be turning at all yet. Alright, I suppose we can just throttle back a tad. Starting to pick up some speed now. Kilometers. Altitude rising. Very fun game to play. Highly recommend this for anyone who's into very sandboxy kind of games. Fuel's almost out in this stage. Space Center is beginning to look a little bit small. Woohoo! Alright, first stage is complete. Let's detach. There they go. First rockets. Away! Perfect. Separation too. Nice. Our speed is just about right, I think. We want to try and get up to, like, well, I guess 15 kilometers. 15,000 meters. Start our turn to get into orbit. On a less complex ship, you'd want to you can start your turn much sooner, but on this kind of thing, you want to be kind of very up high into much thinner atmosphere before you start trying to make any kind of turning maneuver. Bunch of neat things you can do here too, like, yeah, look, you could collapse this. Whoops, seems to be a little flaky still. Add slot, that's very cool. And it shows you their stars. I remember before it didn't show the level of the Kerbal. You can just now hover over that, which I like. Oh, there's your internal view. From Jebediah's perspective, Jebediah Kerbal. It's a very famous Kerbal astronaut. Okay, look at this Space Center, pretty small now. 8,000 meters. Yeah, it's still a bit slow, unfortunately. Much smaller rockets would be faster. But I'm willing to bet once we get rid of the booster engines here, we'll be alright. I haven't even fired up the nuclear engines yet. Those are a special kind of engine that run only on liquid fuel. They do not require any oxidizer. They don't get a whole lot of thrust, but they're great for long distance missions. You want to be very efficient on your fuel consumption. 10 kilometers and climbing. Speed is increasing. As we're starting to break out of the atmosphere, we can start to see the curvature of Kerbal. Alright, the next stage is almost out of fuel. Once we get up to maybe 18 kilometers or so, we can fire up the liquid engines too. bit faster. Maybe I should... What's my height? 12,000. Alright, we'll go full throttle from here on in. Probably going to need the speed now. Okay, next stage is just about ready to detach. And... detach. Beautiful. Beautiful! I think we can see them falling. Woo! Alright, we are now at 15. I think I'm going to fire up the liquid engines. Better be careful. Pretty soon. You can see them. The rocket engines falling back to Earth. Now I should probably start thinking about making my turn. Might be doing this a bit late actually. This thing's a pig. Okay, 20 kilometers. Okay, not bad. Okay, the aerodynamic forces I think are beginning to fall. Air is not having as much of an effect on anymore. So far, so good. This is Jebediah Kerman contacting the Space Center. All systems are green. We are passing the 25-kilometer mark. Beginning our vectoring maneuver to enter into orbit. We still have a lot of fuel. Okay, I think I could start tipping over now a little more aggressively. We're almost at 30 kilometers here. Too hard, nice and easy. Nice and easy. That's it. We need to get some horizontal velocity on the go here now. Okay, now this stage is going to be a tad trickier because we got, you can even see the smoke there. Our actual velocity vector now differs from our thrusting vector, and you can see that here. That yellow dot right here, that's our actual velocity vector, which is still going mostly up. So we need to start tipping over. But if we, yeah, we should be okay. We'll see. We'll find out if our velocity vector is quite a bit different than our thrust vector. When we do our next separation stage, we may have one of the engines collide with another part, which could spell disaster for the mission, of course. Alright, you see a little bit of wobble. She's holding together. It's pretty stable. There we go. There we go. We're tipping over now. Alright. Stage separation in about 5 seconds. Alright, we need to fire up now the liquid engines, and we have a clear separation. Fire up the other engines. There we go. All engines are now firing. We need a lot more velocity though. Let's hopefully the big engines stay. So these other engines that I've turned on now, they don't provide a ton of thrust, and they only provide decent thrust when you're almost in a vacuum. Alright, these finally, okay, we really got to tip over now, I think. We got to get up to about 2,000 meters per second. It's not better. I think it's what, 2,200 meters per second to get into stable orbit. And we want to be about 80 kilometers altitude. Let's take a look. Here's our planetary view. Our apoapsis is actually pretty good. Alright, we could probably tilt right over now, I think. I think I'm going to start being a bit high. Alright, come on, baby. She's a pig. Rah. Yeah, I should have probably tilted a bit over. We're probably going to maybe hit 90k for our orbit, but that's fine. This is just a test run. So it's handling pretty well. So this is my biggest ship I got, and it's handling pretty well under the new engine of Kerbal Space Program. Still a little bit slow. Oh God! Keep her steady. Keep her flat. Not bad. Okay, now we just need the vertical velocity. Let's go, let's go. Let's see how much fuel I got left here. Pretty good. Pretty good on fuel. Oh yeah, we got a lot of fuel. We got lots of fuel! Excellent. I think. Okay, that wasn't so bad at all. I mean, it's still slow. The game is still slow. So when I do this again, I'm not going to build probably quite, you know, a ship that's quite this big. I don't think this is probably over-engineered. It's got room for a lot of Kerbals on here. Very cool. Alright, we're at now 1 kilometer per second. And we've pretty much escaped the atmosphere. Lots of energy, lots of fuel. "70 kilometers. We are now in orbit." Well, I guess we don't have a stable orbit yet. We still need a lot more speed, but atmosphere to influence us. Let's take a look. There was another option here. No, we don't want to EVA. Alright, there. This guy. Oh, he's right behind. There's the exit hatch. That's very cool. I thought there was an option where you can see them from the outside. Interior overlay, that's it. There they are. So you can actually see these crew hatches. They actually open up little windows to the interior of the ship. Well, where are those guys? I'm not even sure where they are. So here's another. I don't know if they're in there. You can turn that off, on or off, and you just see the ship from the outside on the walls. Let's see if we can tell. What is he looking at here? He's looking at... Jebediah is of course our pilot on this mission. I think he's in like this, maybe this one. Yeah, okay, there's the main control module, so that's where they are. Come on. Huh. Can't click on it now. We still do not have a stable orbit. Okay, the main engines are nearly out of fuel. But they should last just long enough by the looks of it. Pretty good design, I must say. I enjoyed making this ship. It's got 9 docking bays to house just about whatever you want. You can launch this thing just about anywhere. So the idea of this ship was to launch with limited fuel and then travel to Minmus for refueling at the mining station there. Hey, Zeth. Sorry, how do I pronounce that? Zethinx. How's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. Are you a Kerbal player? Still haven't reached apoapsis, which is going to be about 100, I guess. All said and done. I'm used to having the Kerbal Engineer program running. Redux gives some more information, but for running the beta, it's probably wise not to run any mods. Alright, let's turn off the engines for a sec. Let's take stock of where we're at. Okay, let's see how much more we need in order to get into a stable orbit. You see the yellow line there? There's our periapsis, 77. So we want to bring that about up to 100. Just like our... That's pretty close. That's not bad. Node in 1 minute 38 seconds, and we have a burn of 17 seconds, so perfect. We don't need to burn until we get there. Now, how much fuel do we have left? Not a whole lot in the main engine, so we gotta be careful of that. We might want to burn a little bit earlier. Oh, how long will that last? I think that'll be less than 17 seconds. Alright, so let time accelerate. Let's see how this ship, if she can turn over without any of the engines. Yeah, she can. But slow in doing so, but she can. If we turn on RCS, it'll help stabilize her. Okay, let's maybe fire at, maybe we could fire almost right at 17 seconds. Typically you want to go halfway, because you want to do your burn almost straddling the actual point that you took your measurement from. So you do half before and half after. That gives you the most accurate result. I think what the system does here, it assumes that if you could expend all that thrust immediately right at the point, then you'd get stable orbit. But of course, physics doesn't allow such a thing. Things take time. Alright, let's fire. So that blue marker there, that's where we actually need to be in order to finish this maneuver. Here's our 300 meters per second left of delta V that we need to achieve. It's maybe a little loud. The engine sounds a bit loud. Let's tone that down a bit. Alright. There we go. Okay, we've got 13 seconds of burn left. These engines should be out of fuel. Alright, we'll have to separate. Yeah, it's a good thing we burned a little bit early, because once these engines are gone, our thrust is going to plummet. So will our ability to maneuver. Not bad though. These engines almost went the distance. Separation. Final stage. Ooh, don't hit the ship. Oh, they're like barely coming off here. Oh, they kind of like latched on there for a second. There we go. That is weird. You know what? They latched on to the port. Interesting. Okay, we're still before apoapsis, which is good. We'll be burning before apoapsis for as much as we can. Are you guys ready for bed? Okay, I'm just launching a ship into space, Liam, and then we'll do bedtime for 13 seconds. Look at this ship. Look at this big ship. Whoa! Come check it out. Watch the wires.
That's a lot of engines.
Yep, that's a lot of engines. A lot of engines, and we just got this sucker into orbit. Look at that.
You just did.
9 seconds left. Okay. It's a big sucker. Yeah, you can call it that. Want to say hi? You gotta come a little closer. Say hello.
What about
Hello. Well, you gotta get your head in and say hello. Hi, everybody. We're flying a big ship.
I need to go to bed.
Yeah, it's bedtime.
And I
4
have
seconds.
a story in this one.
Alright, let's just get this guy into orbit. We only have 20 meters per second left to go. And that should probably be just about good enough where we are. There's our periapsis, 80, 80, and I think we could probably crank. Oh, there we go. Not bad. Not the best orbit ever, but 100 kilometers on one side versus 86 kilometers on the other. That is a stable orbit. Woohoo! Fun stuff. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This is just a quick little introduction to Kerbal Space Program and the new 1.1 update. I will be back doing. Guys? Well, some guys
find your guys.
They're inside the ship.
I know.
They're inside there.
Where are the guys in the picture?
Well, right here.
No, right
Here, you see down here. That's where they are. But then you
get
can.
them out. Get
Oh,
them
you want
out.
to do? Oh gosh, I'm not sure if we can. They're going to be like stuck. Cause look at all the the linkages. They're right in here somewhere. If we here, let's try something, Howard. If you want to do it, get them out. Let's transfer Bill Kerman. To like.
Okay.
VA. Vehicle activity.
That's.
Did I move Jeb? Oh, there we go. It just took a while for that to update. There we go. There he is. Hi there. Walk up and down my ship, so it's still. And this guy can like float around.
Just you don't want to go too far.
By himself. Wouldn't he? In all its glory, guys. Oh, that's true. It's just pretend, right? He's
Go back in. Go back.
side to side. How that? Oh yeah, it's that one and that one. There we go. So we want to go down, there. So to that door, right? So we need to turn little lights on our helmet. There we go. Oh, careful, buddy. Okay. Yeah. Turn sideways just a tad. There we go. Ooh.
Floating to there.
And then as soon as we'll see a little message here, we should be able to grab on. Grab. There. Grab back onto the ladder. Now we can just kind
But
of.
you're upside down.
Oh, that's okay. We can still board. We can still go up and down the ladder. Board. Boop. And he's back inside the ship. Woohoo! Successful. All right. Very awesome stuff. Back in a little bit. Gonna put these young ones to bed, and maybe we'll try a career mode. All right. Talk to you later.
Story. Bye.
Yeah.